It's time for another episode of Allie's Leaf Lab where we grow and explore space-inspired plants. And today we're taking it to the stars with the one and only red romaine lettuce. So put on your spacesuits and get ready to blast off on a journey filled with cosmic greens and intergalactic inspiration. If you want to join our mission and become a member of the Leaf Lab, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an exciting update from our lab to yours. Okay, let's start with the most important question. Why did NASA pick this particular lettuce to grow in space? Well, let me tell you, there were lots of taste tests and trials to determine which lettuce variety would thrive in zero-gravity conditions. Finally, they decided on red romaine because it grows quickly, resists microbial growth, and has those beautiful red tips that boost crew morale. You may be wondering why they didn't just bring fruits instead. Well, turns out they tried that too. But fruits have seeds that could potentially float around the space station and cause damage or harm the crew. So they decided to stick with veggies for now. Now, when it comes to growing red romaine on Earth, this lettuce thrives in cooler weather and full sun. However, it doesn't do well in overly hot temperatures. So if you live in a warm climate like me, consider starting your seeds in late winter or early spring indoors. That way you can transplant them outdoors once the weather cools down a bit. Remember, just like astronauts need the right environment to thrive, your red romaine needs the perfect conditions to grow big and strong. Another important tip is to use loose, well-drained soil. You don't want your poor little romaine drowning in soggy soil like a submarine that sank without a trace. And speaking of unique growing methods, let's talk about space gardening. Now, you might not have a green thumb in outer space, but thanks to technology, you can actually try your hand at growing your own salad greens right at home. One great option is to grow your red romaine hydroponically using a nutrient-rich water solution and LED grow lights that mimic the sun. This method is perfect for apartment dwellers or those who want to grow fresh greens all year round. Plus, it has pretty low maintenance, and you can control the environment to ensure your romaine grows strong and healthy. But wait, before we dive into the nitty-gritty of space gardening, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of red romaine and its many benefits. Not only does it look amazing with its deep red color, but it's also packed with essential nutrients like vitamin A, folate, and antioxidants. Vitamin A is crucial for maintaining healthy vision and skin, while folate is essential for cell growth and development. Antioxidants help protect the body against damage from free radicals, promoting overall health and longevity. Red romaine also boasts several other health benefits, including improved digestion, reduced inflammation, and boosted immune system function. With its impressive nutritional profile, it's no wonder why NASA chose red romaine to accompany astronauts on their space missions. All right, back to space gardening. There are many ways to grow your lettuce at home, but if you're feeling adventurous, you can try something a little more space-agey. Hydroponic gardening involves growing plants in a nutrient-rich water solution without soil. This method allows you to grow plants faster and more efficiently while also conserving water and reducing waste. Plus, you can do it indoors all year round, regardless of the weather outside. To set up a basic hydroponic system, you will need a container for your water solution, a growing medium such as perlite or vermiculite, a pump to circulate the water, and some LED grow lights. Once your system is set up, simply add your seedlings, water, and nutrients and watch them grow. Just like in space, proper lighting is key for healthy plant growth. So make sure to invest in quality LED grow lights that mimic the natural light spectrum. These lights are energy efficient, long-lasting, and adjustable to ensure your plants receive the perfect amount of illumination. All right, now that we've covered the basics of growing red romaine, let's dive into the fascinating world of folklore and stories surrounding this mighty green. Did you know that red romaine has been cultivated since ancient Egypt over 4,000 years ago? The Egyptians considered it a sacred plant and believed it had healing properties. In fact, they used the leaves as a poultice to treat wounds and skin conditions. During the Middle Ages, red romaine was thought to have aphrodisiac qualities and was used to spice things up in the bedroom. And in the 1800s, it became a popular addition to gourmet salads in France. Today, it's enjoyed around the world for its crisp, refreshing flavor and stunning appearance. And then there's the story of Valentine, the Roman emperor who was said to have been cured of a deadly fever by a slave girl who nursed him back to health with a special herbal concoction that included red romaine. Legend has it that Valentine fell in love with the girl, but she was already promised to another. So he broke her engagement and made her his empress, all because of the healing power of red romaine. Whether these stories are true or simply folklore, they add an air of mystery and intrigue to this humble green. And who knows, maybe there's a lesson in there somewhere about the unexpected ways that nature can touch our lives. When it comes to growing plants in space, there are always challenges that need to be considered. One of the biggest concerns is how to provide adequate nutrition to the plants without the use of soil. After all, soil provides essential minerals and nutrients that plants need to grow. So how do you replicate that in a zero-gravity environment? The solution lies in hydroponics, a method of growing plants in a nutrient-rich water solution rather than soil. By carefully balancing the ratios of various elements like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, scientists can ensure that their space lettuce receives all the nourishment it needs to thrive. Additionally, regular monitoring and adjustments of the nutrient solution are crucial to prevent any imbalances that could harm the plants. Another challenge is maintaining optimal temperature conditions for plant growth. In space, temperatures can fluctuate wildly, making it difficult to create a stable environment. However, by using advanced technologies such as LED grow lights and thermal insulation, scientists can maintain a consistent temperature range that promotes healthy plant growth. Regular checks and adjustments are also necessary to account for any changes in temperature. At the International Space Station, the veggie program uses a combination of cutting-edge technology and good old-fashioned trial and error to overcome these challenges and provide astronauts with fresh, nutritious greens. Despite the challenges, the veggie program has been a resounding success, providing astronauts with fresh, nutritious greens and giving us valuable insights into the potential for growing crops in space. Who knows what other delicious space-grown treats we'll see in the future? The salad contains a mix of fresh ingredients that are both delicious and easy to prepare. Start with the star of the show, the space-grown red romaine lettuce. Its vibrant red color adds a striking contrast to the other ingredients, and its crisp, refreshing flavor is the perfect base for the salad. To make this salad, you'll need half a cup of dried cranberries. Their tartness balances out the sweetness of the sunflower seeds and adds a chewy texture to the mix. Next, add a scoop of shelled edamame. These beans are a great source of protein and fiber, and their soft, creamy texture complements the crunchier ingredients. To add a nutty flavor and a satisfying crunch, sprinkle a generous amount of sunflower seeds. Lastly, toss in a tablespoon of chopped fresh mint leaves for a burst of freshness. This combination of flavors and textures creates a symphony of taste in every bite. And trust me, your taste buds will be doing a victory dance. To make the salad, simply combine all the ingredients in a bowl and toss gently to coat them in the dressing. And don't forget to serve it up in your favorite bowl. I recommend going for something with a cosmic pattern to get in the intergalactic spirit. Now let's talk about how to prep this salad for a truly out-of-this-world experience. Start by tearing the red romaine lettuce into bite-sized pieces. This will ensure that everyone in your space crew gets an equal share of the deliciousness. As for the dried cranberries and sunflower seeds, they're already in the perfect form to go straight into the bowl. Next, cook the edamame according to package instructions, Then gently drain the water and add them to the mix. Lastly, chop up the mint leaves finely to release their aromatic oils and add them to the bowl. Your prepped ingredients are now ready to be tossed together with a lemon olive oil dressing. Gently mix everything until each ingredient is well coated and distributed throughout the salad. Now it's time to serve up your masterpiece. Pour the salad into a bowl that speaks to your inner astronaut. I'm partial to one with a starry pattern or a rocket ship design. But hey, any bowl will do as long as it's filled with this galactic goodness. Your space salad is now ready to fuel your cosmic adventures. Dig in and savor the flavors of the galaxy. As you can see, growing your own red romaine lettuce at home is not only possible, but also incredibly rewarding. From the satisfaction of nurturing a living thing to the joy of harvesting your own fresh greens, it's an experience that anyone can enjoy. So why not give it a try? Invest in a few basic supplies, learn the fundamentals of plant care, and watch as your very own space garden flourishes. Not only will you have a constant supply of delicious, nutritious greens, but you will also gain a deeper connection to the food you eat and the planet you live on. And who knows, maybe you'll even discover a hidden talent for gardening along the way. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Allie's Leaf Lab. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the amazing red romaine lettuce and its incredible journey from ancient Egypt to the International Space Station. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And be sure to tune in next time for another exciting adventure in our lab. Until then, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and remember, the universe is full of wonders just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for joining me on this cosmic journey, and I'll see you next time.